Lake Shasta Caverns. Nice and cool in there.
I'm loving the air coming out of there.
Oh, me too.
Yes, please.
I'm ready.
It's gonna be cold.
It's cold. Go back, take your clothes.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's poor Alex. It was like, I was gonna wear pants.
I was gonna. No, I'm gonna
I'm
freeze.
sorry.
I'm not sorry.
Walk up. Yeah, go walk up. It's gonna be warm. So.
Yep, good smell. Everything. Yep, good smell.
This is a good touch. Alas, if you fall.
Oh, wow.
I would be worried about your boobies if you fell.
Boo-boos?
Yeah, if I were to fell.
Oh, yeah.
This way first. Oh wow. Three-way intersection. Four-way intersection. Oh yeah. Oh wow. This is really slippery.
Awesome. 30 seconds in, no one's dying. You guys can use the flash on pictures too. I have a flashlight in my hand. Wouldn't make too much sense if I told you guys not to use the flash. But welcome into the first room of the tour. We call this the Discovery Room. We call it the Discovery Room for two main reasons. Number one, we just walked through a man-made tunnel. That entrance was created back in 1959 by the first private owners of the cavern system, the Thompson Brothers. The Thompson Brothers created that tunnel in hopes to get to the basement room. Like I said, I talked about it a lot today on the bus. Basement room is the lowest room the original explorers, James Richardson and Charles Morton, got to back in 1878. They thought they were blowing that hole in the side of the mountain right into that room. They miscalculated, blew it 200 feet too low, and accidentally discovered a little less than half the tour. This room, the next, and a few smaller rooms, all downstairs. So you guys see way more than the original explorers did almost 144 years ago. The second reason we call it the Discovery Room is because you can find or discover almost every single rock formation throughout the cavern system, like stalactites and stalagmites, just in this room. I'm only going to talk about 4, or we'd be stuck in this room for 2 hours talking about rocks, and I'm sure none of you want to do that. I have to say this 5 times today. I don't want to say it more than I have to. But right up here, the first formation we have is stalactites. They form at a rate of 1 inch every 100 years. Very long slow process. That's why we don't want to touch anything from that weak carbonic acid, rainfall, CO2 seeping in through cracks and crevices in the limestone. It'll pull out some minerals, mostly calcium, just like our bones, which then creates calcite crystal or calcium carbonate. Don't ask me the scientific equation for that. I have no idea. I say what my boss tells me to say. So, all in here is calcite crystal. I'll show you guys phenomenal examples of that calcite crystal over here. First example of it. So everything is covered in dirt, mud, mold, algae, moss, iron oxide, decaying plants, and a lot of other complicated stuff we'll just call dirt to sum it up. Sometimes the dirt gets washed away, so that side you can see a lot of water flow over the top of that formation, so we can kind of see the crystal glistening through. But back to stalactites. This one right here is about 40,000 years old. The one to the right is about 22,000 years old. You guys will see a lot of water dropping everywhere today. 2 reasons for that. Number 1, those are called cave kisses. If it lands on any of you, it's good luck. It means the cave likes you. Number 2, forms of an exclamation right here. We have stalactites. Can anyone guess what this one's called?
Stalagmites?
That's right. You are the only person in our group that has passed 5th grade science class. Congratulations. Stalactites, tied to the ceiling of the cave. Stalagmites might reach the top. The adults will get this one. But when they meet in the middle, we call them a stalagmate. Get it? I'm just kidding. It's called a column. Great example of a smaller column. I'll point out some larger ones all in tour. Is there any questions? None? 23 brains in a room. No one can think of one question.
Different?
Yeah, that's a different formation I'll say for the next room. Like I said, can't talk about everything in here. You guys will be super bored, and I have nothing to talk about later on.
Okay.
So, but But one formation I will talk about makes me super hungry in the morning. First tour of the day, haven't had breakfast or lunch. Right up here, we have cave bacon. Looks like bacon on the wall, right? So this forms from the cracks limestone. That weak carbonic acid will flow down the cave wall, create these calcite ridges that look like bacon. Eventually, gravity will pull the bacon ridges off the wall, bunch them all together, and create cave drapery, drapelites, or cave curtains. Now, you guys will be shocked at the questions I do get every single day. Right now, I promise you we're standing in a real cave. This is not man-made, like a lot of people think it is. The only thing man-made, floor handrails. I'll talk about that in the next room. But it's a little weird, our voices don't echo even though we're in a real cave, right? That's due to the cave bacon and the cave drapery. It stops our sound from bouncing off the cave walls, creating an echo like it will in the next room because there is a lack of bacon in there. Is there any more questions?
Are there any bats in here?
There are not bats this low in the cavern system. We have the best chance of seeing the most bats today since we are the first group of the day. When we get to that part, I'll make sure you guys go first so they can fly down and hit you instead of me. I have a funny story to tell you guys later on, the second day working, but we'll do it. All right. So coming up to our right, this huge stalactite is our oldest formation in the cavern system. It is estimated between 300,000 and 500,000 years old.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
I was pretty sure this was remotes. I thought it was old.
Staging or that.
Yeah.
Well, we do put those things there in the winter time, just getting water out in some areas, so we can step on that. Not be perfectly wet.
Wow.
So for those of you guys who can hear me, does anyone know the main use of limestone? Concrete and cement is the correct answer. So all the man-made tunnels, they had a whole lot of fun using dynamite to build them. They recycled that limestone, used it in the floor and the stairs. Phenomenal use of materials, saved them a lot of time and a lot of money. Fun fact I like to share with all of my tours. If you guys have another tour guide, you wouldn't get that information, so you're welcome. You guys are all welcome.